Charles Richardson Show is uncensored and is for adults only. Mature or immature, doesn't matter.
Do you have a small beaver? Or maybe a big beaver? Are you tired of your beaver being soaking wet after hours chasing her in the park? Then this is the product for you. Beaver Retriever. Make your beaver come when you want. This small whistle attracts beaver from all over. One blow on the trusty Beaver Retriever, and you'll be amazed at how fast your beaver comes. Running. Beaver Retriever. Make your beaver come when you want. If you're a beaver owner, you'll know that there's nothing worse than an unruly or unkempt beaver. But with new Beaver Retriever, you can be assured of total beaver control. Beaver Retriever. Make your beaver come when you want. Ah, good beaver. You love being stroked, don't you?
At my age, I should know better. I try and do the best I can to manage things like my high cholesterol, but nothing ever seemed to work. So I went to see my doctor, and he told me I might be suffering from a condition that affects lots of people today. Not giving a fuck about what I eat. That's when I found out about the Thug Kitchen Cookbook. It's full of delicious, plant-based recipes that really inspired me to get my shit together. Start eating some real fucking food. And now, I'm feeling better than ever.
Who are you?
I remember a time when I thought my kids got enough nutrition from that prepackaged bullshit I'd buy at the store. I was such a lazy fucking asshole. Now that I've got the Thug Kitchen Cookbook, I don't play that shit anymore.
I love to cook good food, but who has the fucking time to hunt down a dozen exotic ingredients just to eat better? Not at my age. Thug Kitchen helps me cut through the bullshit with language that I can understand.
If you or someone you love suffers from chronic drive-through dinners, meat sweats, gut rot, sugar shakes, or just want to get your shit together, see if the Thug Kitchen Cookbook is right for you. Thug Kitchen is not for everyone, including people who might be offended by words like ass, shit, fuck, or motherfucker. Some side effects may include feeling better, looking fly as fuck, saving some goddamn money, and in some cases, increased culinary competence that could lead to becoming a skilled son of a bitch in the kitchen.
So find out today if the Thug Kitchen Cookbook is right for you. You'll be fucking glad you did.
What are you doing here? Get out! Shut up! Oh, I'm still here!
Call your mother! God, fucking kids. Call you people.
Actually said light mayo.
Oh my God! We've been here for like half an hour.
Excuse me, but I'm a sandwich artiste. Now, if you got a problem with it, take your ass down to McDonald's. It's right around the corner.
Every Subway ever.
Yes. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Okay, so what I'm gonna need are 2 Parmesan hot bread 6-inch subs with extra Italian, 1 rat-sized nibble of cheese baked onto 2 half palms of lettuce, dashed with sweet pepper spritzed with hand-pressed authentic olive oil, filled with Swedish roast beef, fused with another 6-inch sub that's done veggie, vegan, veterinarian style, brought down from the Himalayas by a well-mannered Sherpa named Gobu.
Okay, you want a 6-inch Pakistan... What?
Every Subway smells the same.
Hi, I'd like a salad, please.
Okay. What kind of bread?
No, a salad?
Right. What kind of bread?
None. A salad.
Right. What kind of bread option?
A salad!
Subway is the best because it's fresh.
All right, man, you're all set. Eat fresh.
I'm sorry?
It's our slogan. Eat fresh.
I should eat fresh? So you're telling me to not eat this sandwich?
No.
Why does all your bread look sad?
Doesn't matter. It's fresh.
Greetings, sir or madam.
Hey.
So I'm trying to eat healthier now, so that's why I'm here at Subway today. Do you have whole wheat bread?
Of course we do.
Perfect. I'll get 2 foot-long meatball subs with double provolone and an extra row of meatballs and the largest Coke that you have. And then instead of chips, can I instead get a 3-foot-long party sub dunked in mayo?
You look fresh. What's your name?
Subway.
I said a salad!
What kind of bread?
No bread! Just vegetables in a bowl!
What? Wait, a bread bowl? How many types of bread does Subway sell?
Lettuce and tomato?
Yes, please. And could I also get spinach, cucumbers, onions, both the white and the purple, please? Pickles and bell peppers, cheese, both shredded and sliced, obviously.
Sweet. Is that it?
Oh, I'm sorry. Could I get a little more lettuce, please? Give me more lettuce. All right, just a little more lettuce, please. Sir, am I gonna have to call your manager? I want more lettuce. Perfect. Just wrap it on up and I'll be on my merry way.
All right. There you go.
Thank you, sir.
Eat fresh.
Could I actually get my 12-inch cut into 6 2-inches? And then those cut in half into 1-inch 1-inches?
Great. Now put all the vegetables into the bowl.
Wow. So it's only vegetables.
Yes, a salad. It's perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, would you like this toasted?
No.
How long would you like this toasted for? I like subs. I'm not talking about subtraction.
I've got every single one. Pokemon,
Hi.
not STDs.
Hi. I would love a cup of broccoli cheddar soup.
Oh my God. She's here. The chosen one. The day finally came. No one ever buys our soup.
It would be my honor to serve you soup, my dear lady, yes!
Shit. We only have chicken noodle soup today. Tuesdays, broccoli cheddar day. I'm so sorry. We've let you down. Oh, chosen one. See you in the next life, dear friend. In the next life, dear friend. Oh, wait.
Why isn't it burning?
I don't know. Did we forget to plug the soup in?
Oh, we haven't had it plugged in years. We discontinued it in like 2008.
Oh my gosh. I guess it's just been sitting there, huh?
Yeah, I just had, weird.
Okay, in that case, I will just get a salad.
For sure. What type of bread?
Every Subway ever.
Thank you guys so much for keeping it fresh with us. Click the box on the left to watch every McDonald's ever, and click the box on the right to watch every church ever. Woo-hoo. African Americans love me.
The next president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Let's build a wall and pretend that this all is just honesty. Stop political correctness. Donald Trump is so blind, playing outright with all of his bigotry. We're ready to start shooting. Disparaging women is something that Donald does happily. The fat, ugly face of her. Also, if you like World War II, I should hope that you're ready for 3. Bomb the shit out of you. It's not like Trump has called Muslims all bad only once or twice. Muslims entering the United States. Or ever mention Mexican people in a favorable light. They're rapists. Build a great wall. No one should be fancy, he wants better safety, but only for America great again. What to do when his act gets no more chances? Nobody wants to be in business with him. Is it too late for Trump to say sorry? I know the Muslims. We have big problems. Does our friend just don't Trump at NBC? NBC hates me. Is it too late for Trump to say sorry? I'm a very smart person. Miss Universe was taken down. Is it too late to say sorry now?
If you get to know him more and more, you'll have even more respect.
Remember when the worst we knew about Trump was that awful hair?
It's actually my hair, you know?
The things we've learned should keep him out of the Oval Office chair.
Sideshows and carnival bars.
Or really any office chair that just really would not be there.
You have to take out their
Can
family.
we all just say the word? He's a fascist.
His candidacy, which is a movement.
Is it too late for Trump to say sorry?
The whites don't get any nominations with BET.
For reminding people of Nazis. Is it too late for Trump to say sorry?
I like people that weren't captured,
Is
okay?
it too deep to just disavow? Is it too late to say sorry now?
Drug
What
dealing.
happens when you offend the whole country?
They're stupid people.
And your business still has to make money. Is it too late for Trump to say sorry?
I could shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any
Yeah,
voters.
all this shit came out his mouth. Think it's too late to say sorry now. Yeah.
Nobody builds walls better than me, believe me.
Ding ding.
As you know, with radical Islam, we have a tremendous problem.
Ding ding.
How do you find out if they're Muslim?
You have a surveillance system and you have papers and you have documents and you go through a process.
And the least
racist.
I'm sorry.
Uh-oh. Guess what day it is? Julie. Huh? Julie. Huh? Guess what day it is? Julie. Huh? Julie. Huh? Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Anybody? Anybody? Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Anybody? Anybody? Mike. Huh? What day is it, Mike? Huh? Woo-hoo! Mike. Huh? What day is it, Mike? Huh? Oh, come on. I know you can hear me. Leslie, guess what today is? Leslie, guess what today is? Leslie, guess what today is? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Hump day!
It's hump day.
Hump day!
Live from the Raw Talk Studios in Southwest Florida, it's the Charles Richardson Show.
And what's going on, everybody? It is Wednesday. It's Hump Day. Welcome to the show. It is March 22nd, 2023, right here on the show. Oh, Microsoft Defender. Yay, me. John, what's going on? Played the Trump song. He says Trump 2024. I don't know, man. I don't know if we can handle that. We just got to see if he even runs or if he's going to give us the runs, one of the two. But we'll find out. That's down the road. So we'll see. Let me get Alyssa on the cam. She walks in. Get it right because there it is. All right. And here we are. Last week was exhausting. Monday was exhausting. Today's been exhausting, but it is what it is. Welcome, everybody. So Monday, I went ahead and took Stefan out to an impromptu trip to Epcot because it was his last day off of school before he had to go back to school. So we had scored some group reservations to Guardians. So we took him to Epcot, rode Guardians, and he rode it before and he said he loved it. So I'm over here thinking he knows what he's getting into. It seemed like it was his first ride on the whole thing. It's like he didn't know what to expect, and hold my hand like really tight, like he was going to cut off circulation at one point.
He had been on Thunder Mountain before, and he did the same thing the last time with Thunder Mountain.
I'm just thinking, he would remember what what the ride entails.
No, because he forgets which ride is what, and
he just needs to ride it more. I get it. So we'll just have to take him up there more.
It's just that he doesn't remember things that long. He's got Dory memory.
He's got Dory memory.
Short-term memory loss.
That's not very nice to talk about Dory that way. It is official. We are getting a puppy on Saturday.
Yes.
The Amazon delivery trucks have been making regular stops here, dropping off shit like it's going out of style.
Well, the lady just texted me and said she took her off the ad because people were asking about her.
I had a feeling.
So she's on hold for us.
Okay.
We're getting.
Now the other two gone. Did you ask?
I don't know. I didn't ask.
Because there was 3 puppies there to begin with. So.
Well, she has other puppies listed, but they're different breeds, and they were different prices.
Right. Sorry. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, so I debated on even doing a show tonight, but it's like, listen, we called off on Monday. We can't do that again. We can't let our half a dozen fans down. We got to go ahead and make sure that, we're jamming out there. What kind of puppy, John asks? What kind of puppy exactly is it?
She's a schnoodle, a schnauzer poodle mix.
And in classic form, what are we going to name her?
Toodles. He doesn't like it.
If you don't see me on Facebook, I am shaking my head, just like and just complete denial. Like
and
all the names.
And everybody at work thinks that it is adorable.
It is adorable to call the puppy Toodles.
Yes.
And I'm over here thinking it's like it'll be very easy. Hey, Toodles, do you need to take a Toodle?
No, you
Go
say,
out there.
"Oh, Toodle."
No. And for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, watch
do it that way.
If you're not parents, watch the Mickey Mouse Club or Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Toodles is this little like gadget that Mickey calls.
Where they have mouse-catools. They go on adventures and they have these things that they can just make their like, oh, we need to go up and grab an apple from this tree. Oh, Toodles, give us a fucking ladder. Okay, Mickey, here comes the ladder. I'm gonna shit out my ass. Boom, there's a ladder. Go up and climb to get the fucking apple. Just like the some of the common sense things, like you're going on this trip. And you're going on this quest, and you kind of think like, well, we need to be prepared, and maybe we bring like a wrench or some money or maybe a basket or something like that. No, you bring this little fucking contraption. You have to go ahead and say, "Hey, Toodles," and then it's like, and hopefully it's one of the 4 options. God forbid it's not one of the 4 options.
It could be the mystery mouse tool.
Yeah, the mystery mouse tool, which always seems to be the right thing at the right time. Always seems to be the right thing. Toodles knows.
The mystery mouse tool is a surprise tool that can help us later.
Yeah. Oh. what would WWTD? What would Toodles do? That's how it would go, and that's how what's going to happen at the puppy. WWTD. What would our puppy Toodles do? What is she going to do? She's going to chew on everything. She's going to piss everywhere. It's going to be a nightmare while mommy's not home. And Daddy has to go ahead and let her out of the cage and deal with possibly barking while I'm at work. So it's. I ask myself, why can't we just have everything normal? Why can't we just have everything stable? Like, everything's good the way it is.
You were the one who told me I could get a puppy.
I did, but I was kind of hoping maybe it's like we don't need to uproot anything or do anything. I mean, I knew better. I knew that wasn't going to be the case. But what am I going to do? Tell you no? No, I mean, I'm not going to tell you no. I'm not going to tell you no on that. You lost your dog and it weighs heavy, and there's going to be, get another puppy. I mean, that's the way it is. Just hopefully puppy gets trained quickly, and we can can be just as enjoyable as Tank. But until then, it is what it is. It's just it is what it is. Sometimes I wish my life wasn't as stressful as it is, and in order to be that, there would be certain things that would not be a part of my life. But at the same time, those things that are a part of my life sometimes make me happy, but in the old time, they drive me just up the fucking wall. So. I guess you lose the good with the bad if you just get rid of everything. So, but whatever. Obviously, the stress is taking an impact because my A1C went up, and I didn't change any of my eating habits. So, and I didn't miss any of my medications. I've been getting my medications on a regular basis. I even took this shot, this Trulicity shot that made me sick, but I'm over here thinking maybe that would help my A1C. It didn't.
Well,
So, and I took it for a full month. You would think it'd have some impact.
Have you been eating out more? Have we been eating out more again?
No, we've been eating out the same. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. Just more stress in my life. That's all it is. More stress. And now we got more stress because his school is taking out bus service, and now we got to fucking go through that shit again. Like, it just doesn't stop.
Well, and I was going to
stop.
talk to you about that
privately.
later.
We'll do that. That's fine. But it's just,
I have a thought on it.
Just the whole restructuring of our lives, but you don't seem to have a problem with it. I do, though.
No, no. I have a problem with this whole thing.
No,
with
I
his
just have a problem with the
thing.
whole stress thing and, changes to our existing lives already, even though if it's something as little as adding a puppy, it just brings more stress. It just amps that up. That's all. So, I mean, that's what it does to me. It just, I don't know. Just another thing to talk to my therapist about, I guess. Anyway, 813-699-5353. Let's
I think you're just having a little bit of difficulty with changes.
I don't like it.
In general.
You're right. I don't like change.
And it's not what the change is, it's just fact that there is a change.
Well, you know what? If there's a change, like we get a different car or a new dishwasher or a new TV or a new couch, I'm okay with that change.
That I'm talking about.
No, but the kind of change I'm talking about is where there's an immediate impact in our lives. It's an immediate impact in our lives, and it's never for the good to begin with. It's never. Taking him was immediate stress, but it's gotten better, but it's still stressful. Getting a puppy is going to be stressful because we gotta amp up on cleaning it up. So that's going to take more effort and more time for any of us that's going to do it. So and you already complained there's no time in the day, and now you're going to go have to deal with a puppy now. So it's like,
honey, I plan on.
I know you plan on this. You plan on it. You plan it. But here's the thing. Plans never go down the way they should. They never do. You plan on it, but it never goes down the way it should.
Honey,
it just doesn't. It just doesn't. And I just wish we could live one way and not change it. I could just wish we could live one way and not change it. That's all. That's all. So anyway, we went ahead and went to Epcot, rode the Guardians, and apparently, he at the end it's like he still likes it, but the fact of going up and down and side to side and twirling around. Apparently, I guess someone said, "Dude, that's the way a roller coaster does." I mean, not as much as Guardians, but that's what a roller coaster does.
So I know Slinky. He says he likes it, but then when we're getting the anticipation of getting on the ride, I think overstimulates him, and he gets kind of about it sometimes.
Yeah, the anxiety.
But Slinky, I know he doesn't like the part where it goes like up and down and up and down and up and down. Like the 3 little hills or whatever it is.
Yeah.
He doesn't like that part.
Yeah, I mean it's a little bit of a part, but it's like, yeah, that can upset your stomach too a little bit. So I can understand that. So anywho, so we went, we went there, and it actually was pretty satisfying. We got there, and we're able to go ahead, get in, get pretty close to the entrance, walk in there, go to the right. Well, get us back on the DAS, so we're good for 60 days now. Get us back on the DAS, go to the ride the ride, fairly quickly. It wasn't, there wasn't much wait. Then we get off, and then we had to go ahead and set up our reservation for Test Track, which is a car riding car. He had fun setting up the car. I told him, listen, you're in charge of the whole building the car thing. So there's like a big TV screen for everybody that wants to build their own car to get in when they ride. So he's doing the wind velocity, the tires, the paint, it's all this crazy stuff going on. So it looks pretty cool when it's done. So then it's like, okay, now you get to ride the actual ride, and it's like, okay, let's test the braking. So it goes really fast, and all of a sudden it stops, and it's skidding all over the place. There's one where it goes really fast and it swerves away to avoid an 18-wheeler that's set there. And then the last one, which is always the fun part, where it races around the building one lap at 65 miles an hour. So it's like, yeah. I mean, he's just like going off on that one. So he enjoys that. He enjoys the wind. So there's no doubt he likes that. I told him about Mission Space because I'm not taking him on that because that has been known to be a little bit of an intense ride, even though it's not like, you're not driving fast or going fast. It's like a gravitron.
I was going to say, isn't it kind of like a gravitron?
Yeah, it's a gravitron, so it can impact like breathing ability a little bit or make it really, really stressful on the body, just to like, get comfortable. So I'm
pretty sure he doesn't meet the height restriction for that anyway.
No, he does. He does.
He does?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
He does.
Dang.
So, and I'm just saying, we're not going to do that. So I already know Soren is out of the question because of the fireworks at the end.
I actually think he would have been all right if he had headphones on.
I think we just need to brace him for the firework ending. So we'll see. John says, talk about change. Last Saturday, Darlene hit $1,200 at the Twin Rivers Casino up in Rhode Island. And on Sunday, I'll be $40. I bet 40 on a NASCAR race. Jolie gonna win. Made him 420 last night. Hit a 4-team Harkey. Damn. Another $256. So he's you guys are up almost $2,000. Damn. See, I wish I had that type of luck and that type of money. That would be nice. $2,000 would definitely help out. Definitely. We're not gonna lie. Not gonna lie at all. Money definitely would help, but at the same time, though, it's not even about the money that's really stressing us out. I mean, money we're okay on right now. I mean, listen, we're not in like great shape or anything like that, but we're getting by. Everything's paid up on time. Everything's good. So yeah, I mean, it's not the greatest, but we're not hurting for it. It's just a lot of like.
Well, having more would always be good. I think
of course.
that would say for
it's
anybody.
Not gonna relax any stress I'm gonna have due to the things that are going to happen. I'm still gonna have that go on, but having more money is definitely. Anybody that says money can't buy happiness is, and I said this before, is a complete asshole because you don't know shit. If you had, and anybody that says that is basically like saying, oh, it's not what's on the outside that matters. It's what's on the bullshit. We all know image is everything. We all know if I went out there in the public right now, I'd be getting disgusted looks. If I was single, there would be no way in hell I'd be getting any type of fucking girlfriend. No way.
Then how'd you get me?
Luck. You dumped me, remember? And then I had to wait like 3-4 years while I was in Puerto Rican bitch hell. And finally went ahead and got you.
Dump you because we weren't together.
Well, that's right, we weren't. But you ghosted me.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you ghosted me. So
because you freaked me out.
Yeah, but then obviously you came back. So it's like what's sick, twisted mind do you have?
No, I just thought, well, let me give him another chance. I mean, it was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I just thought I'd give you another chance.
So there you go. That's how I got you. Just by sheer forgiveness in your heart, apparently. He probably was a little idiot. Maybe he wasn't mature enough to handle me. Now, 4 or 5 years later, I guess he might be mature enough. I mean, he wished me a happy birthday, so I guess he cares. So let me see.
I don't know.
And also at the same time, too, it's like I had to wait for this one guy in North Carolina to dump you and stuff like that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gotten you. If he came down and swept you up, that's it. It would have been done. I was on the back burner. I was second, to be honest with you. If you really think about it, I was second.
Will you stop?
No, seriously, I was second. But
Trust
like
me,
I said,
I got the better.
But
of the two.
But like I said, if there would be no way, I wouldn't want to be in the dating world right now. Oh my God, would you imagine I had to be freaking Crocodile Dundee grabbing crotches? Are you really a female? No, what is this? This feels like meat down there. Go away. That would not be a way to go ahead and. Oh, I guess he's calling. I didn't see the pop up. I'm sorry, John. Go ahead and call him back. But yeah, I mean, yeah, there's no way I would get a chick. There's no way. And you know what? Maybe to the point. Maybe nowadays.
And would I get anybody?
I'm sure you would. Oh yeah.
no.
Oh yeah. Please. There's. Listen, you got horny dudes that want big asses and big boobs, so you definitely would get there. Don't even sell yourself short on that. Go ahead, John. Sorry about that, man.
That's all right. Hey, I love that story, how she kicked you to the curb. Then 4 years later, whatever, you guys got back together, and it's awesome.
Yeah, she kicked me to the fucking curb.
Yeah, but
I was like dog shit
what
to
I
her.
wanted to say, me and Darlene, when we first started dating, I was a heavy drinker. I used to like to party and get fucked up. I wasn't violent or like that. I was just a sloppy drunk.
Right.
Well, she told her best friend that I like him, but he's not for me because her father was an alcoholic and she didn't want to live through that again.
Right.
I turned around. I quit drinking because I really liked this girl. I liked her a lot. And she gave me a second chance. And here it is. Over 18 years we've been together now.
Awesome.
Yeah,
really awesome.
There was something about her, and and I'm happy she gave me a second chance. And because if it wasn't for her, Charles, I might not be on this phone right now talking to you.
No, definitely. You probably wouldn't have.
I would have drank myself into the corner.
I probably would have committed.
into the gutter.
Yeah, I probably would have committed suicide myself too, because where I was there was just. I was on that doorstep anyway.
I was in a dark place myself.
Yeah. Yep. So obviously, but things turned out. But listen, if I ever get divorced, if I ever end up single again, there's no way I'm dating. I'm just living alone and just waiting for my clock to hit midnight. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I'm living alone.
Yep. Living alone.
Charles, you got my phone number. Ever need anybody to talk to, give me a call.
Yeah, definitely. Appreciate it.
All right.
All right, man.
I love you guys.
Thank you. Love you too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right.
Sorry, I was thinking of Home Alone.
No, it's
you
okay.
Said that.
Yep. I'm living alone. I wouldn't be jumping up and down on the fucking bed, but I'm living alone. I'm living alone. Shut the fuck up.
When I grow up and get married, I'm gonna live alone.
Yeah.
That's not how that works, Kevin.
Oh, it's scary out there nowadays. God, it's like you don't know what you're getting into now. You really don't. This whole ever since this transgender thing is blown up, you don't know what you get into. You really don't. You go out there, if you go ahead and search females for anything type of if you go on like a dating site, you search females and it's like, well, is this person transgender, transsexual, or is this really a girl, or is this really, what am I getting into? You don't know, because some people just don't want to tell you because they're ashamed, and it's like, well, I'll find out later.
No, I honestly think that most transgender people would disclose that because
Go ahead.
They're not usually they're not the type of people to be ashamed of who they are.
Well, I hope not. I hope that's not the case where they, I hope it is the case that they're not ashamed of being who they are. I'm happy with that, and that would be great, because listen, and again, this is nothing to say of my, current situation with my likeness or not likeness about the transgender movement. I don't particularly care for it, but I'm not going to go ahead and bash anybody. But it's like, if I was single out there, I would want somebody pure female. You were born with a vagina, and that's who I would want to date. I wouldn't want to go ahead and date somebody that has a man-made vagina. That's not, no, I don't want that. And that is an uncomfortable conversation.
Well,
nowadays.
and that's the thing, though. I think that people who are transgender want to be honest with their partner about that, because they're wanting something specific too in a relationship. So they're not going to go hiding who they are, because they want someone who is going to be honest with them. So they should, I would think, be honest with the person that they're going to be dating.
But you know what? After watching The Good Doctor last night, it kind of
That
scared
was a
me.
different situation.
It's a different but similar. It's different but similar. The guy, I mean, it was a gay couple. I'm not gonna again. It's a relationship, so you have to be honest with each other, right? I mean, they both know they're male. Both have beards,
Right.
which caused friction when they kiss. But anyway, it's like one of them was HIV positive in the story and did not disclose it, and I don't know how it came about that brought up the subject.
Well, yeah, I don't know how he found out.
But it turned out he ended up having to reveal himself that, yes, he's HIV positive, but he's not transmissible. Like, it's not detected.
His medication had gotten him to the point where he was undetectable.
Yes,
so
he has the Magic Johnson pill.
Transfer it.
Yeah, he has the Magic Johnson pill. He's good. So, because Magic Johnson has HIV, and I think he's the only one that's lived like more than 15, 20 years on that thing. So it's like, he's taking some shit from Mexico or something. But yeah, it's like, okay, they've been going out for a while, a little bit. And it's like, you would think that's something important that you want to bring up to somebody. So do people want to go ahead?
I mean, yeah, there's going to be people out there. There's always going to be people out there that aren't going to be honest. But I think in the grand scheme of things, most transgender people are going to want to be honest with their partner about it and say, hey, I'm transgender, and a lot of times they are proud of who they are. They don't want to hide it.
Right. And I would think that would be the way it is. You want that. You want that honesty in somebody. But you don't know. You just don't know. And after all the heartbreak that I've been through over my 28 years of dating and going out with people and stuff like that, I've gotten lies and hurt and been cheated on and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, my walls are already high enough as it is. So it's like, that's just going to make me, form an igloo, when I go out there, if I'm ever going out there again, which hopefully never happens. I don't want to go back out there in that world, because it's just scary. It's just scary out there. So thank God I found who I found, the time I found her, and, you were born female, right?
Do you really need to ask that question?
Well, your hesitance, says otherwise. I mean, it felt real.
I'm not going to answer stupid questions.
Is it really stupid nowadays? Just saying. Okay, I might be sleeping on the couch later tonight, there, folks. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's...
I'm not sure. See how uncomfortable that was? You see?
But
you see?
No, Charles, because we've been together for over 10 years,
right?
And I know you know the truth, and I really hope you're not asking me honestly.
Do you really think I am?
No, but
okay.
I mean, just the fact that you would even say that, it's just not cool.
Excuse me. Anyway, 813-699-535. We're going to go ahead and ask the puppy, too, if the puppy's transgender, because we wanted a female puppy. And make sure that, it didn't change genders. Speaking of transgender, apparently Ron DeSantis making news again. The administrator who went ahead and passed the Don't Say Gay bill now wants to go ahead and make it I'm sorry, bad, wrong choice of words there, or not even a word at all. Instead of just having the sexual orientation and gender identity being taught in the classroom for up to 3rd grade, now he wants to do it in all grades. This is expanding the law that already has been has been criticized, called the Don't Say Gay law. The proposal, which would not require legislative approval, of course, why not, is scheduled for a vote next month before the State Board of Education has been put forth by the State Education Department. Both are led by appointees of the governor. Oh, shocker. Excuse me. The rule change would ban lessons on sexual orientation and gender identity from grades 4 to 12, unless required by existing state standards or as part of reproductive health instruction that students can choose not to take. Why not just go for everything, Ron? Just go for everything. Come on. I'm sure you can go ahead and make that law change too. The dictator that you are, you might as well just go ahead and do it. DeSantis has leaned heavily into cultural divides on his path to an anticipated White House bid. With the surge of Republican increasingly pursuing a an agenda that's conservative, that targets what he calls the insertion of inappropriate subjects in school. Spokespeople for the governor's office and the education department did not immediately return an email request for comment. The measure comes after DeSantis championed a law last year that prohibited instruction on gender identity and sexual orientation in kindergarten through third grade. Now he wants to do it to 12. The law drew widespread backlash nationally, with critics saying it marginalizes LGBTQ people, and kicked off a feud between the state and Disney, which publicly opposed the law. At the governor's request, the Republican-dominated legislature voted to dissolve the sub. Blah, 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 blah. We already know about Disney. So yeah, any take on that? Do you really care about that?
I don't know enough about it to really weigh in too much. Because, I mean, if you look at it this way, when we were growing up, we were not taught anything about gay sex or anything like that.
No, not at all.
So, yeah, I wouldn't think that they would need to teach that in classrooms. Now, to completely exclude like gay authors or something like that, then that's kind of
think that's
or like images, like a picture of two women together, that doesn't really have to do with them having sex, just two women together that are obviously a couple or something like that, or two men or whatever.
So it would say it would ban lessons on sexual orientation and gender identity. Now, I'm not. I would like to. I wish we could break that down to like what that means, because I don't think it means we're going to talk about a gay author and specify he's gay. We're just going to talk about that author and just like he's a regular person.
Right.
We're not going to go ahead and just like chop him down and like, oh, he's gay, and he sleeps with guys or she sleeps with women, and they're not going to. I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think that's the case. I think it has something to do with actual. Maybe reproductive organs, or maybe I don't know. Really, to be honest with you, I don't know.
But should they be talking about that in school anyway?
Well, and see, that's the thing.
Regular sex ed, yes, but not going into the logistics of.
Listen, I remember seeing a overhead shot of a sack and a penis draped out, and it looked like a really small penis. So whoever was modeling for that picture that day for that overhead projection slide obviously wasn't really fully erect, because trust me, I've seen porn and it looks a lot bigger. Most of the time. I mean, if certain porn wasn't that impressive, but still, I'm just saying it's like I remember being taught. Well, this is this, and this is the scrotum.
They tell you the parts.
Yeah,
but. And that's usually that's not till like middle school anyway, though.
I never really I don't think was taught, hey, you stick this when it gets really hard into this. And
they kind of dance around it a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think they go really into that. So I'm kind of curious what exactly these classes that he's looking to remove, what exactly are they that is going to be
I don't know.
chopped off. I mean, not to use that word, but just what type of classes are you looking to abolish? He goes, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. The Florida school system blows. It really does. I'm ashamed to have graduated from this state because I don't feel like I graduated.
Honestly, I think that they're talking about like removing books and things that have gay subject matter in it.
So basically,
like that.
We're turning into modern day Nazis. We're just going to go ahead and remove books and burn them.
Yeah. Well, they're not burning them.
Well, you know what I mean.
They're taking them out of the school libraries.
They might as well burn
and they're not allowing them to be taught in school.
Yeah, see, I mean, if it's of historical value, I say it'd be taught.
Yeah.
Like if there's a lesson to be learned there, that's what we teach. Listen, DeSantis, you have bigger issues.
I mean, we read Lord of the Flies, Oedipus.
Well,
those
do you realize? But see, this is what I'm saying. Do you realize the level of standard down here in Florida is so fucking low? It's below sea level. It really is. It really sucks down here. Florida is one of the worst educational states ever. And this jackass is going around, well, we're not going to teach this or that. And it's like, well, listen, why don't you come up with a fucking curriculum? Because since it sounds like you're taking over the educational department anyway, might as well just go ahead and make you the new school superintendent or something like that. And you go around giving the fucking curriculum. I mean, it's just, if he is the president in next year, we're in trouble. We really are, because he's going to take this whole thing just like he did to Disney. Oh, if you're against me, I will smite thee. That's how it's going to be. If you go against him, well, he's going to find some law or some court ruling or something just to go ahead and make you suffer, because you don't agree with one of his one of his laws. You don't like it. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and, mess you up a little bit, in the legal standpoint. That's what he does. That's what he does. He doesn't, I'll bet you he was the type of kid when, mommy and daddy taught him. And it's like, no, Ron, you need to go ahead and write your H's like this. The long end goes up all the way to the top and down, and then the H comes up. I know what the fuck I'm doing, Mom. And when I get to be a governor, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to go ahead and put, make sure the IRS goes into your taxes. Ha ha. What do you think of that, Mom? It's just, he doesn't take criticism that well. He doesn't like, he's a baby. He's just a big fucking baby. John says transgender, and this is all caps. I think it was intended to be. Transgender should not be taught in school. The parents should teach them if choosing to. The problem I see, and I really don't have a problem with that. But the problem I see is kids are going to get into it one way or the other.
Well,
they're either going to be taught by the parents or they're going to see it on social media.
The thing that I see being an issue with this is that they're taking anything that depicts anything about a gay couple out of literature, out of everything. And even if it's not, detailed or like sexually explicit or anything like that. Sorry, I'm making noise.
Yes, you are.
I'm fiddling. Anyway, so then you've got these kids whose parents are gay, and they're not able to see an accurate representation of their family.
I guess.
I mean, things like that. I mean, it's not like you're saying, oh, well, everybody needs to be gay and everybody needs to, and we're going to teach you how to do it. No,
I don't think they need to do that.
I think that it should be, accepted that people are gay and that that there's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I get that. That's fine.
But I think that the reason that this is causing such an uproar is because people are taking it to mean, and it could actually mean that he's that they just want to wipe it out and pretend like it doesn't exist and shame people who are gay. And I don't think that's right.
Right. Well, that's just shitty here. I'm over here taking a look at, and the thing is, I'm going to go ahead and state is that, look, the kids are going to learn this one way or the other. And when I say kids, I'm talking about 18 and under. I'm talking about all ages in between.
Yeah.
Whenever they're exposed to social media, because let's be honest, they're going to.
Eventually, yes.
Yes, they're going to. It's, whether it be TikTok, whether it be Facebook, whether it be Instagram, whatever, they're going to be exposed to this. So whether you teach them now or teach them later, you may come up with, there's going to be questions. There's going to be questions like, Mommy, what does it mean to be trans? What does it mean? You're going to get those. You're going to get those questions.
Yeah.
And for the sake, this is where, and this is where I'd say, why don't you just cut out, sex ed? You know why they don't cut out sex ed? Because not all parents are teaching it. Not all parents want to have that conversation.
It's an uncomfortable conversation to have with a kid.
Right. So.
But kids do need to know when certain changes start to happen in their bodies, what to do.
Yeah.
And
Daryl, you haven't called. Nobody has called. So try calling the right number. That's maybe why we haven't answered our phones, because it doesn't seem like you called the right number. Last call I saw here was John calling in. So make sure you're calling the right number, dude. Anyway, go ahead.
I forgot what I was saying.
It's an uncomfortable talking point.
Yeah, it is. It's an uncomfortable thing to talk about with kids, but they do need to know once they hit puberty, different things are going to happen, and they need to understand it instead of, a girl gets her period the first time and she freaks out, thinks she's dying.
Yeah, you don't want that.
I mean, if they're never taught that, then, what else are you going to think?
No, I hear you. I get that.
And, once they do reach maturity, they also need to know about the other things.
But the thing is, and the point I'm trying to make is, if you don't want to have that conversation, well, that's what sex ed is intended to be. Is you're going to have that conversation in regards to that.
Well, and even when kids have sex ed at school, chances are they're going to come home and talk about it and be like, so at school today, we were talking about this.
Yeah.
And they may have more questions than what the school was able to answer.
Right. Daryl's saying he's calling it. I don't know, Daryl. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's not coming in on this phone. That's why. I got you, Daryl. Okay. So something's going on with Skype. Let me try you answering this way. Daryl, can you hear me all right?
Hey, my name is Jerry. I'm in New York.
Oh, hey, Jerry. What's up?
I appreciate you taking my call. I was hoping to talk about the discriminatory practice of roller coasters requiring a certain height to ride.
Nah, that's okay, though. We're talking about something different, but thanks for the call.
I know my voice.
All right. So obviously that was a pranker. So no problem. So we're not talking about that right now. And there's no discriminatory act. So thank you anyway. Anyway. Yeah, sorry, John. But anyway, so when you go ahead and you want to go ahead and these uncomfortable conversations, like, what we're just talking about, you're talking about basically, well, let's just have the school have the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Just have the school have the conversation.
That's what some parents do, though.
Right. And but now it's like, well, we can't have the conversation now because DeSantis is taking off that conversation. Like, he doesn't want us to have anything to do with it. So it's like,
Well, I feel like it's something that maybe the science of it might be taught in school, but I think as far as, if you want to teach your kids about gay sex or whatever, then you do it in your own way.
yeah.
Because everybody's going to have a different opinion on that, and you don't want to mess with that kind of
You
stuff.
don't want to mess with it. Yeah. John, go ahead.
Hey, what you guys are talking about. How about this? They have an open forum in the school, the kids on stage, and the parents sit out in the audience and attend and watch what goes on.
Right.
And if they overstep the border, the school does, the parents can step in and, speak up to the child. I don't know.
I mean, see, right there. So you're taking basically a curriculum, so you don't take the curriculum out of school. So why don't you just take sex ed out of school and just have the same thing?
It's a touchy subject, though. Some kids,
it's a very touchy subject. That's the thing.
They're gonna teach it no matter what. And if you don't want your kids learning about it, it shouldn't fucking have to be opened from the teachers and whoever else to fucking push it in their face.
Well,
it's like they have,
so I get
they have story time at the library with the fucking transgenders.
So I get what you're saying. So like right there, there's a very, very bad, very, very uneven middle ground. It's like, okay, we can teach sex ed, but we can't teach about transgender or LGBTQ community or anything like that. So it's like, which is it? So obviously DeSantis wants to cut out the gay and the trans talk in school or even taught about it. But the fear is now it's like you're going to get these questions asked whether the parents want to answer them or not. That's the problem, because they're going to learn about it on social media one way or the other. So which is better? Is it, do we really want to rely on the parents who apparently can't even talk to their kids about sex, let alone gay and trans? Or do we just say, oh, well, you're going to learn about it anyway, and then we'll answer the questions then?
No matter what, say the parents don't want the kids learning about it in school. They don't want to talk about it. It shouldn't be pushed on them. And that's what they're fucking doing. They're trying to push it down everybody's throat.
Talking about the trans and gay
I don't
talk.
like it.
Well,
yes,
okay.
Yeah, the lesbians, the gays, whatever. They're just pushing it down your throat. No matter, even if you don't want to hear about it, they're fucking pushing it down their throat.
Yeah. I mean, I
gotta
get it.
go. I'm getting pissed.
All right,
so
man.
I don't know if this has changed since we were kids.
I'm sure it has.
Well, I don't know. But I recall there was a letter sent home to parents before they had, remember, like 5th grade, where they had all the girls go into one room for an assembly and all the boys go into another room for an assembly. And they have the whole
I get
thing.
that. I remember that.
There was a form or a letter
Release form
home to the parents saying, this is what we're going to talk about. If you do not want your child to be present for this, then we will keep them in another classroom during that time.
Yeah, but then now you're singled out. Like, what is everybody else talking about? It's just, it's not fair either way.
Saying I'm pretty sure that is still a policy that they have to send a letter to parents to let them know, hey, we're going to talk about this. And
wish we had a teacher that could actually do this, teacher, principal, or somebody that's in high school to talk about this. I would really like to get their take on it.
I mean, once we were in high school, there wasn't any permission form or anything like that. It was just regular sex ed class.
All right, we got another call. Go ahead, caller.
I'm just a little baby boy, a tiny little man. I have the baby balls and the baby buns. I got that tiny little baby carrot, little dinky, the whittle stinky carrot. Beach.
That's it.
The only underwear I can find that fit me are Spidey Man briefs.
I don't doubt that.
I know my voice sounds like I'm short, but I'm actually very tall, or like a normal height. Maybe 6 feet, if that's a normal height guys are these days.
So you're 6 feet, but you have tiny baby balls.
All of my shoes have Velcros, but I can do the laces like a big boy. So I don't know, man.
That's it.
People often question my lovemaking abilities, but this little guy can literally crawl up inside you, baby.
Okay.
Hey, thanks for taking my call. I would have called earlier, but the phone was on top of the fridge and I couldn't reach it.
But he's 6 foot tall. Interesting. Dipshit. I guess this would be a good time to take a break, huh?
I guess.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. All right, break time. We'll come right back. Don't go anywhere. It's a Charles Richardson radio program.
Off to grab a beer. We'll be right back after this.
There's no surrender now. With this hand I cannot fall. It's time we stand around so we can take control. The life we never lived. It goes back with no return. No cloud to catch a breath as we watch the city burn. team. You're telling, let's become the chosen. And me, if I'll never wear that crown, take my own stand inside, take my whole life. I will never be since I'm broken. Take my own stand inside, take my whole life. I will never be since I'm broken. You can have it all. You're broken. So broken. There's nothing that's left inside. Take my whole life. I will never be since I'm broken. Take what's left inside. Take my whole life. I will never be since I'm broken.
I am the bunny who hides your eggs and leaves you the sweetest treats. But it's 2018, so I have to be mean, 'cause it's April Fool's, you teats. So with big long ears and my little pink nose, I'll be hopping down your streets. But the only thing I ask for is a little privacy.
Don't fucking look at me!
This is gonna be fun.
Fuck you!
Kristen gets nachos, Mark gets twine, silly Angie gets a parking fine. Corey puts it on his skin.
Ori gets the hose again.
Chell gets a purple bovine. That's because you're all on the naughty list. No, you're not cool with me. Just kidding. Just as long as you give me a little privacy.
Oh, you want a hug? Come here. I'll hug you with my fucking teeth!
I'll color your candies with crushed up bugs, although that's not really far from the truth. And you know you want some chocolate from the Easter Bunny.
Here's a big fat chocolate Easter Bunny poop.
You know it's April Fool's, so just play it cool and don't take it over your head. Because if you do, then I'll make you
motherfucking dead. I'm gonna rip out your fucking eyes and pull them out your fart box. Yeah, fuck.
I hope you have a great time on Easter Day this year. April Fool's is pretty cool. To that I'll drink a beer. So cheers to jokes and angry folks. I hope you have a blast. So have a happy holiday and kiss my furry ass.
Bullshit.
Yes, have a happy holiday.
This is the only fucking day I have fun.
Yes, have a happy holiday.
I'm gonna shit on fucking everything.
Yes, have a happy holiday and kiss my furry.
You motherfucker!
pussy. Call Charles now. 813-699-5353.
All right. Well, back to hour number 2 of the Charles Richardson radio program. 813-699-5353. Yeah, only reason why I ducked Daryl, and if he's still listening, the reason why I ducked him is because we were actually talking about a serious subject. And I know you were trying to get your 2 minutes of fame in there. I'm not sure why. I mean, it's like, this is not exactly the form to get fame on. I think we had maybe 4 listeners, maybe. So it is what it is, man. But we're not talking about anything. So if you want to come in here and talk about your baby balls, go right ahead. I mean, we got a few things we could talk about, but shit. Go ahead and talk about your 6-foot frame and your belly button of a penis. Go ahead and do that. That's fine. Oh. What was the first thing he wanted to talk about? He wanted to talk about the discrimination of tall riders or something like that, or short riders on roller coasters and shit like that. You know what? I could fight for that too, because it's like, dude, our son's 42 inches tall, 7 years old, and he can't ride Tron. Oh, you need to be 48 inches. Well, listen, it's not fair. We have to wait till he's 4 feet tall to go ahead and ride Tron. Come on now. And then I think it's 44 inches for another one, Rock and Roller Coaster, which I don't want to go on. I think it's 44 for Space though too. But again,
Space Mountain
you don't have
was higher too.
We're not really going to worry about that though.
Well, I like Space Mountain.
I know, and you're just barely over 4 feet.
Oh, shut up.
I'm just saying.
I am tall enough to ride Space Mountain. I have been for a long time.
No, you just haven't grown a lot. That's all. Dunkin' has added a new food to their list of menu items. Breakfast tacos.
Okay.
Yeah. Dunkin' is hoping that the customers will try something new this morning besides the familiar donut or muffin, along with their yummy coffee. Actually, I think they have breakfast sandwiches too over there.
Yeah,
too,
they do, but they're not good.
I didn't say they were good. I honestly don't think
them, but they're not good.
I honestly don't think these tacos are going to be any better. Although I wouldn't mind trying one just to see if I'm wrong.
See, Dunkin' Donuts to me, coffee and donuts. That's what you go there for.
Well, that's the Dennis Leary line. Yes, coffee and donuts.
Well,
you
no,
take the
I don't
donut,
want
dip
the
it in-
coffee flavored coffee though.
No, of course not.
No. I want this newfangled coffee that doesn't taste like coffee.
No, yeah, you want some coffee with your cream. Pretty much what you're trying to say. Yeah, exactly. So anyway, Dunkin', which obviously now goes by just Dunkin', not Dunkin' Donuts anymore. So they're looking to go ahead and do a satisfying and flavorful tacos on Wednesday. Apparently it's just Wednesday.
Oh, only Wednesdays?
Yeah. They are made with scrambled eggs, melted cheddar cheese, fire roasted corn, and a lime crema sauce. Crumbled bacon can also be added to the taco for meat lovers, I guess, for an added price. Or free, I don't know.
It doesn't sound terrible, but
All right. But you kind of wonder what it is.
A breakfast sandwich from Dunkin' Donuts before.
Mm-hmm.
They're not good.
No, they're not good. They put them in this fucking steamer that's like you have no business warming up in it. It's basically like taking a Jimmy Dean and putting it in a freaking microwave. It really is. It's that.
No, those are better.
Oh, wow, really? Wow.
Yeah.
The new addition comes as Dunkin' recently confirmed it is retiring a fan favorite drink called the Dunkachino.
Whatever.
You never really had Dunkin' for breakfast anyway, so.
Well, I've never had a Dunkachino.
You know what we should do? I should go ahead and message Tammy and Tanya. I know they're Dunkaroos over there.
They are.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do like their coffee. I have had their coffee before, and actually, I used to buy the coffee grounds to make at home because I liked that coffee.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Price for Dunkin' vary. One of the locations has the breakfast taco with bacon for $2.99. They are served in a, quote, convenient Dunkin' taco holder for eating on the go.
Dunkin'
A taco holder. I never thought I'd see the day where Dunkin' turned Mexican. But there's nothing Mexican really about this, I think, except for the
just
corn
in a tortilla.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only thing that's Mexican about it. Now, Taco Bell breakfast burritos and breakfast tacos. Well, they don't have breakfast tacos. They have breakfast burritos. But apparently, when they introduced their breakfast, they jumped 9% in sales in the fourth quarter last year.
Their breakfast is pretty decent.
It is. It's hard to find because now.
Yeah, not all Taco Bells do it.
Exactly. And even though they do say they do it, they're not either. There's staffing shortages or whatever. It's just kind of crazy. So, but yeah, Dunkin' is going into the breakfast taco thing. Rocky, what's going on? He's over here making fun of me, of course. I bet you love cream sauce rich. I think he meant to say, because maybe his fingers didn't type it in very well. I bet you he was probably saying, I bet you love cream sauce Richardson or Richard, or probably calling me Richard.
Yeah, Richard.
Yeah, and of course, says hi, long time, first time big fan. Yeah, okay, first time big. Thanks, Rocky. Appreciate it. I'm just the other guy from Florida, remember? So 813-699-5353. Cobra Kai. I just was scrolling through social media, and I didn't confirm it, but I'm just excited to announce that the final season of Cobra Kai, September 9th on Netflix. That's it. Last season. We can binge it, and we don't have to worry about next season because there's not going to be a next season. So it's just the way it is. Again, I'm kind of wondering where they're going to go with it. I guess we've come to the conclusion that Kreese comes back in some enemy way, shape, or form, or Silver bails out of jail and just goes ahead. So I don't know. So it seems like it's going to be a common enemy to close everything out, or maybe it may be in a really unflattering way. Maybe they all just get together and work together, and like they open up these big Cobra Kai dojos with. I know, right? That would be boring, but
there needs to be some kind of conflict.
There has to be. You're right. I just don't know what the conflict is. I don't know where they're going to go with this, because any conflict, even if it gets resolved, there's going to be some shit going on down the road. Right? Why would it have to end now? Come on, writers, be creative. Don't be, soap opera writers where you just rehash and bring people back from the dead or something. Don't be that way. Come on, there's got to be something else we can do. Something else we can do. But yeah, season 6, the final season of Cobra Kai, September 9th. And we'll binge it. It'll probably take us about a week to get through it all, because it's probably going to be 10 episodes, unless they cheapen it and they go to 5 or 6. Like the 6th episode would be like 7 hours long or something like that, which obviously we don't think that's going to happen. But still, that's what's happening. Cobra Kai, go bye-bye. Hey, imagine you go into your bedroom. You're at the end of your day. I just want to go ahead and, in your case, take off your bra, put your PJs on. Me, I just want to strip down to my undies, my Superman dunk in my underoos. Want to just strip down there and just want to lay in bed. Well, what if you saw a 6-foot reptile in your bed, and in the form of a snake?
There's no way I'm sleeping in that house.
No.
I'm just going to light a match and run.
And it's not even just a regular snake. It is one of the most venomous ones in the world, an eastern brown snake. This was found in Australia.
Of course.
Sleeping inside a woman's bed on Monday. And she was brave enough or at least this is from the Reptile Relocation Foundation that is in Australia. Took the pictures of the beast. This thing's huge. It's 6 feet long. It spread quickly on social media after a professional snake catcher called Zachary Richards of Zachary's Snake and Reptile Relocation posted them on the following the call out. imagine
Honey,
getting that
I'm
call.
moving out. I am not coming back.
Imagine getting that call. Hello, Zach. Yeah, I have a really big problem. How big? 6 feet. I'm on my way. He probably is like, yeah, no problem. 6 feet, that's nothing. I got this. Remember, Australia has like 18-foot spiders or something like that could.
They
crush
have
a car.
anacondas there too, I think.
Yeah. Oh, they have everything there. They have things that we've never even heard of.
Yeah, they have bird-eating spiders.
See, that's what we need. We need bird-eating spiders over here.
No. Bird-eating spiders. This is a spider that is big enough to eat a bird.
Oh.
Yeah.
He told CBS News, Zachary, by the way, he told CBS News when he called to the scene, he said, when I arrived, the resident was waiting outside for me. I went inside to the bedroom that the snake was in, and she had the door shut with a towel underneath so it wouldn't get out. I pushed the door open, and he was just laying in the bed looking at me. The snake would have probably come through an open door to seek shelter, as it was quite warm outside that day, or it was just wanted a nice, comfortable bed to sleep in. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. What snake wouldn't like a comfortable bed to sleep in? The homeowner took to the right steps to safely contain the snake before she called him, according to the veteran snake catcher. He says, if you see a snake, you want to leave it alone, back away from it where possible and safe to do so. Confine it to one room, as it makes it easier for us to find. Zachary said
you don't want to lose it.
Yeah, you don't want to lose that thing. Imagine falling asleep and getting bit by it like in the middle of the night. That's it. You're not waking up. Zach said he brought the snake to some nearby bushland and left it in a safe distance from other residents. It goes into eastern brown snakes are widespread in eastern Australia, which is where the main cities are. If you're Western Australia, that's like desert land and like nobody lives there. The species has the unique distinction of causing more deaths from snake bites than any other species of snake in Australia. The snake venom contains powerful neurotoxins, and if a human is bitten and not treated, it can cause progressive paralysis, uncontrolled bleeding. The neurotoxin can also shut down the victim's heart, diaphragm, and lungs, causing them to suffocate. He posted pictures showing the snake sleeping on the bed on his Facebook page with the caption, urging the people to check the bed carefully tonight, because I may have left it there and it could have crawled back for another. It's just. He also told CBS News his company routinely deals with calls from residents near Queensland's Gold Coast, and that Monday's eastern brown snake encounter wasn't even the largest he's seen, having once relocated an 8-foot over there in Lake Magirth, which I have no idea what the fuck that is.
Well, you see, Australia sounds cool in concept, but the spiders and the snakes and shit, no. I couldn't live there. I would love to go visit.
Yes.
But I could not live there.
And I would double check the bed every night.
Yes.
I don't care if it's a hotel. I don't care. I don't care if we're in the 10th floor. I'm double because that Eastern Brown could go ahead and use the elevator for all I know, get up to our room and stash himself in our room underneath our bed and just wait for us to go to sleep. I don't want that Eastern Brown snake anywhere near me.
You know, they have so much wildlife that's really cool in Australia, like kangaroos.
I just
want
to see kangaroos. Yeah, I just want to see kangaroos bounce around.
Koalas
That's it.
And things like that you don't see anywhere else.
You just go to the zoo.
But I don't want to deal with the snakes and spiders that you don't see anywhere else.
Yeah. Rocky, we didn't really. I mean, I really don't have a crazy animal story. Do you? Have you ever dealt with a
crazy
personal
animal story?
Like, have you dealt with a,
me personally, no. But my grandfather had a alligator greet him at his garage door.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, alligators alligators like the eastern snakes down here. They run rampant. They would hide underneath your car.
Yeah,
and come out.
He had left his garage door open because he had been working out there doing something, and then he went back in the house and he came back out a while later, and there was an alligator in there.
Oh man.
Survey says, dumbass.
No, he
close
wasn't
that.
a dumbass.
Yeah, he was. He needs to close his fucking garage door. Alligator wouldn't have come in if he, didn't close with the garage door. Rocky says he got sprayed by a skunk once. My dog and he had his dog corner it. That's cool.
Yeah, I can't think of any crazy animal stories that I have.
Yeah, I mean nothing that it's like really one-on-one or anything like that.
I saw a possum on USF campus one night.
And this is not even a crazy story. The only thing that I have relevant is when we were disc golfing over there in Inglewood, down there was a pond where there was a gator in the pond, and we were just going ahead and we were shooting discs, and as we walked, the gator was floating towards, we're facing head on the lake, right side and left side, and we're going from the right side of the lake to the left side of the lake, and it's kind of like eyeing us floating to the left side, just wanting to see what we do. Like if we went closer, he'd probably want to go ahead and come out and greet us. But yeah, exactly. Grandpa dropped the ball on that one. Thank you, Rocky. Thank you for agreeing with me one time. I could die happy now. I appreciate it. I think we've covered this, but it's been a while. Skittles and hot tamales and any candy with red dye number 3 or something like that. Red dye number 3, titanium dioxide or whatever. They want to ban that candy in California. I think I've talked about this before, but
we talked about Skittles. I don't know if it was about that ingredient, but they were talking about something in Skittles can cause cancer or something like that.
So the chemicals that they're talking about is called red dye number 3, titanium dioxide, potassium bromate, bromated vegetable oil, or and I'm probably mispronouncing these anyway. But Skittles, hot tamales, and double bubble twist gum are the candies that are most popular that have this stuff.
Skittles are actually banned in some countries.
Yeah. These chemicals, according to this here, these chemicals can cause significant health problems like increased risk in cancer, damage to the immune system, or behavioral issues in children. So the bill, which is AB 418, proposes that California stop manufacturing, selling, or distributing those foods that contain those things, those chemicals.
But I love Skittles.
Yeah, but we don't live in California, so you're fine. Trust me, Ron DeSantis ain't going to ban anything to any sales or anything. While many Californians won't recognize these chemicals by name, they can be found in popular food and drink items. For example, according to Label Insights, titanium dioxide can be found in cupcakes, trail mix, and ice cream. Can be found in caramel chocolate and other shit. Many of the chemicals that would be banned have never been independently reviewed by the FDA or reevaluated in decades, according to the report. So, yeah, those are just a quick news story there for Californians that may not be able to get Skittles unless you go to Arizona, Nevada, or Oregon, which borders all your states.
Right. Well, and that's the thing is if one state bans it, you don't think everybody's just going to go to the border and get their Skittles and
run to the border,
hot
baby.
tamales and whatever else. Yep.
Rocky was saying you guys should check out Manatee Springs in Chiefland, Florida, if you're close to the Nature Coast. Well, actually, we have a place over here called not Buccaneer Bay, but Wiki Wachi, where it's got mermaids, and there's actually a spring there. You can actually take a boat on it. You see all types of manatees and stuff like that.
To a natural spring. I can't remember which one it was.
Homosassa Springs.
It might have been. It had a really long, hard to pronounce name.
Now, just because it says homo in it does not mean the spring is gay. Just letting you know. For anybody, for you DeSantis lovers, homosassa does not mean gay sassa.
Anyway, I went there for the 4th of July one year with a friend of mine, and we had a blast. Just floating around in circles.
I'm going to get an illegal Skittles deal or 2 grams of Skittles for $20.
You can get the sour, but I'm gonna have to charge you extra.
Yeah, right, exactly. Then, you're gonna have to up that there for $30 or something like that. Rocky's got some good one-liners. I love him, man. I love Rocky. All right, so do you remember the movie The Shawshank Redemption? You ever seen it at all? Okay.
Yes, because you've watched it a million times.
But I'm just saying, do you know what goes on in it, or have you paid attention?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this one made me think of it. 2 Virginia inmates tunneled out of jail with a toothbrush.
Okay.
They tunneled out of a brick wall with a toothbrush. Did a hole.
That took a long time.
I would think so. And you know what they did? They went to IHOP 7 miles down the road. After they snuck out, they
really wanted some pancakes.
After they snuck out, they walked 7 miles to an IHOP 1 town over. Bystanders spotted them at the IHOP, called police, who detained the inmates. After all of that time, you go to IHOP just to be put back into jail.
They only made it to IHOP.
That's it. 7. That's it. The inmates who broke out of their jail with a toothbrush tasted sweet victory for a day in IHOP before they were caught. According to the Newport News Sheriff's Office, 2 inmates were missing during a head count on Thursday. The pair, John M. Garza and Arlie V. Nemo, Finding Nemo, they found Nemo.
They found him, all right.
Yeah, had used primitive tools, in quotation marks, including a toothbrush and an untied rebar, to dig a hole out of their cell wall and scaled the wall to make a daring escape. In the press release from the Newport News Sheriff's Department, the 2 men began to exploit a construction design weakness utilizing primitive-made tools constructed from a toothbrush and a metal object. Those tools facilitated their access to the untied rebar between the walls. Once gaining access to the rebar, they used it to further make their escape. The 2 men made it to an IHOP and blah, blah, blah. Here he goes. Opting for the Pancake House instead of a Waffle House, which is just a few blocks away. So even inmates have standards.
Well,
I wonder if they went to the Waffle House, they wouldn't have been spotted.
The people in the Waffle House probably wouldn't have cared.
They probably wouldn't care. Listen, we're coming here for some shitty ass waffles and greasy ass sausages and shit and hash browns. We don't care who comes in here. Are you a convicted felon? Here, what can I make for you? Now, number one, they don't have any money to pay, do they?
I was wondering that myself.
Yeah, so they would be. You know what? Honestly,
how would they?
If you went ahead and thought about it, they'd be committing robbery. They're stealing pancakes. They don't have any money. Once they eat, they're gonna get the check. And it's like, I don't have any money.
Did they actually order food, or did they just go to the bathroom or something like that?
I don't know. Actually, it doesn't say anything in regards to if they ordered food. I'm assuming. Look, I'm assuming if you're escaping from prison, you're
going to be hungry.
Yeah, that too, because they don't feed you shit in there. And I mean, when they feed you shit, that's shit. But it's like, but listen, when you leave, you're going to be wearing like orange clothes or some type of jumpsuit.
Right.
You would think it's like you ain't going to want to be seen anywhere. Why would you go into I mean, come on.
You might have like a t-shirt underneath, like a white plain t-shirt underneath.
Yeah, maybe. So you just take off the jumpsuit and you're in the white t-shirt.
But pants.
Yeah, you would think it's like, the pants are going to have numbers on it. Unless they use this toothbrush to scrub off the numbers, but still, it's going to look kind of suspicious. But, all that time to dig a hole and escape, you got to think there was a better plan than that.
I mean,
who the fuck cares where you got to go to the bathroom? Just squat somewhere. You're getting caught anyway.
When I say that took a long time, I mean, like, that had to have taken like months at least.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Listen, it took what according to the movie, 5 years or something for the one guy to get out with just a little nub hammer or something like that.
Yeah,
a little rock hammer. That's what they called it. But yeah, Andy Dufresne escaping prison. I mean, he went ahead. He had a change of clothes. You know, he went ahead. He had the hookup. All the laundered money. He had a plan. See, this guy going to IHOP doesn't seem like a plan. You're not getting anywhere with a sack of pancakes. Okay, you're not getting away. Even if you had to go use the bathroom, dude, come on. All right, get somewhere else. Go to go to a hideout. Where the hell are they? This is in Virginia, so there's not really a whole lot going on. You kind of think in Virginia nobody would care.
Well, never know.
Sorry, I have not been sleeping well at all.
Yeah, I tossed and turned all night last night.
Yeah, so we're definitely not watching any TV tonight.
Well, I might still be able to, but if you're not up for it, we don't have to.
Yeah, I get it. Let's see. Maybe one or two more stories before we go and cut a break for news. All right. In Michigan, they're actually looking into and I guess this is happening all over the place too, but they're not going to give letter grades out for students anymore. And I guess that's a thing, isn't it?
Why? I absolutely hate the system that they use, and I'm so glad he finally goes to letter grades next year.
Does it? So
yes.
He starts in third grade and goes to letter grades.
So kindergarten, first and second grade here in Florida, they do a number system.
I thought it was like satisfactory and E for expectations or I for incomplete.
No, there's like some of the things are like not introduced or there's a couple of things that have letters, but they're not like your A, B, C, D, F.
It's a bunch of bullshit.
It's something else, and it's so confusing.
Rocky, I don't have a double stack, dude. Come on, I got the triple stack. I got stacks on top of stacks. I mean, come on, look at this gut. The stacks on top of stacks. That's what I'm talking about.
But yeah, the way that they do the grades
sucks.
It's just you gotta like read, and I feel like I have to read over it like 3 times to even know what it's talking about half the time.
Really? Yeah, it's like, is he doing good? I mean, what are we talking about here? I mean, I got to know what the hell's going on. But it's just really, really dumb. When I go ahead and get his, progress report or report card or whatever the hell they do, it's like, listen, dude, how is he doing? Well, he's meeting, isn't he? Well, does that mean, he's close to being exceptional, or is he close to flunking? What are we talking about here? He's just meeting. Whatever. So it's like, I don't know where he stands. Like, he's going to a letter grade next year. That's good. But it's like.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's third grade.
Now
go to the letter grades.
Now I'm kind of worried. It's like, ooh, now we're going to go to letter grades. Now we're really going to see where he's at. But anyway, Michigan is considering going through with it. Mandy Stewart, the school superintendent, says it's reducing all the work educators do to support their students down to a single letter. She's one of many administrators across Michigan hoping to see the A through F accountability system go away. It is one of 2 state accountability standards schools are trying to meet. She continues, when you have 2 different sets of expectations trying to meet all of those requirements, because we do want to make sure we're following the expectations for law. How about just, giving the kids a good education? Fuck law. The Michigan Department of Education said the A through F system doesn't meet federal standards. The Michigan Accountability Index, which includes data in more specific areas, does. Jamie Green, another intendant, says it's very complicated. So, like I said, me as a mom going there, I understand if my school is A, B, C, D, and F. Republican Green said she'd like to see lawmakers come up with a compromise taking both systems into consideration.
Hang on. So are they talking about grading the school, or are they talking about grading the kids?
See, I'm over here thinking it's about grading the kids.
But what you just read sounded more like they're talking about grading the school.
Right.
Because
yeah, you're right.
when you look at schools, you can they do assign a letter grade to the school.
Oh, I see.
This is an A school, this is a B school, so on.
Okay. So the Michigan Department of Education told representatives last week it finds more low-performing schools using the accountability index from A to F system. I don't know. It still doesn't make any sense because now I'm thinking here, it's like Michigan may end giving A to F grades to students. This is to students.
It's talking about two different things, though. That's a weird article.
Yeah. Determining good and bad grades could become a bit different as educators seek to get rid of the classic system. So I think there's some schools in Michigan going away to A to F. And I think that's what Green was saying is like, listen, I want to know if my student is my kid going to go ahead and get an A to F. I don't know. Because they want to know what kind of education they're going to be getting in a district and what options as opposed to a single letter grade. So, well, yeah, what is it going to be? Are we going to go ahead, A to F letter grades? Were you going to replace the letters? Were you going to replace? No, it doesn't really matter because usually 94 to 100 is an A, or at least some 90 to 100.
If they're talking about grading the school, I could see, but if that was what they're talking about, I could see going to a different system because a school might be an A in one facet, but then in another they might be a C or a D. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, okay, they might be great with, their accelerated program.
Yeah.
But their ESE program is not.
Yeah,
so
I don't know.
good,
This is so the headline states that they're giving up the letter grade to students, not grading the school. That's what this says. But yeah, the article is a little bit hit or miss on there. Stewart says she hasn't seen parents decide to send their kids to school because of a letter grade from the state. So that's, again, talking about a grade from the school. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird, but according to the headline, they're talking about doing away with the letter grades to kids. Now, if that is the case, well, what's the grading system going to be? Are we going to go by number now? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
And what's the pass and fail number?
That's going to confuse everybody. Why?
So you mean to tell me I can't
change everything?
Because maybe it's too woke. You know what I'm saying? Or not woke enough.
I mean, I can understand grading the schools differently. But as far as giving letter grades to kids, I think that's what we all grew up with, and we know what that means.
Doesn't matter anymore, does it?
Parents know what that means. When you start trying to break it down and change it, then nobody knows what the fuck you're talking about. It's like that whole Common Core math crap.
Well, and that's what they tried to introduce
what you're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, I still think there's probably still schools that teach it.
Yeah.
Here in Florida, they've done away with it. I mean, that's one good thing I will say. Thank God. Because that Common Core math, not only did it have lots of memes because of how stupid it was, I'm just glad they got rid of it. I'm just so glad they got rid of it.
It just made everything more complicated than it needed to be.
It did. And the memes showed it. You saw the two side by side with the same math problem. One solves it easier. And while the other person is still going through this graph crap, this guy's making a cup of coffee. He's cooking a steak. He's sitting down watching TV. There's other band and the other side's still going on trying to figure out the math using Common Core math, and they come to the same fucking problem. My thing with Common Core math is you're taking the most simplest thing, multiplying, adding, whatever, and you're basically
You're
doing
adding
more,
20 different steps to it that don't need to be there.
and you're also doing the same multiplication, adding, and subtraction to get to the answer that you could have just answered just simply by doing regular math. I mean, what was the Common Core math again? I mean, that was so stupid. It really was. It's one of those things where it's like, who invented this shit?
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, it's 44 after. We're going to go ahead and cut away for the break. We got good news coming on the other end, and we'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Wrapping up the show with Alyssa's good news after a short break.
In the heat of the night, when the full moon rises, they're coming after you. From out of the shadows, held on her cattle, making souls of humans bleed. Lightning and thunder, they feed the hunger of the shadow casters. Hell dogs pounding, hell dogs pounding. Disguised in pleasure, your souls they treasure. The beast of hell infecting food. Through the trees, hell wine. So feel a little, make you lose your mind. Gather on the circle, drinking hell dog's wine. Hell dog's pounding. Hell dog's pounding. Lightning and thunder, they trapped you under the shadow caster's spell indeed. The darkest magic, your choice is tragic. The spell of lust infecting seed. In the heat of the night, when the full moon rises, in the heat of the night, they're coming after you. I can't but notice that you don't have a of your own. You're not even sentient, are you? You must be under big control. Ignorant and gluttonous, self-righteous and prejudiced, holy hell. We need another human like a bullet to the brain. Stop breathing. One of the best for you. I can't help but notice that you're best I can't help but notice that you're best
Oh shit, there it is. A glory hole right next to the settling cracks and the door dings. This calls for your secret weapon. You break out the marshmallow paste, but it's not shutting down that hole. The penises are still flying in. Hey there, I'm Bo Riles, Glory Hole Virtuoso. If you're trying to shut down operations on a glory hole, look no further than the liquid drywall. Just spray our whipped cream on there and bingo bango bongo vanishes in seconds. The portal to the dick dimension may be closed, but those cherished memories of sucked wieners will live on within you forever. Our shaving cream requires no extra tools, no mess, no repairman. Fuck this repair guy in particular. Give me that wall, bitch. Let me show you how the liquid drywall works. It takes that wall and it puts it in a can. This is wall in a can, motherfucker. It doesn't get more simple than that. Then you spray it on the wall and that wall leaves the can. Now that wall's on your wall. Gone are the days of playing with old Play-Doh. Gone are the days of painting cake frosting on your walls. Martha, you clumsy slut, you've banged the table into the wall. But luckily, thanks to the liquid drywall, we don't have to sell the house anymore. Thanks to the fast and easy repairs. Whoopsie, you got a little asshole on your wall? Butt plugged. No problem. I'm filling more holes than a male porn star today. Another one hiding behind the door? Not on my watch. What's that smell? Another one? Oh, goodness me, more holes than a block of cheese in this motherfucker. But luckily, there's no match for the liquid drywall. If your house is prone to glory holes, go ahead and install our boner barricade with the liquid drywall. No more worrying about rogue cocks popping in. Are your kids so dumb they fight over the broom and then hit the wall? Well, we can fix the wall, but we can't fix the bad parenting that led to this situation in the first place. There's billions of people on this planet. That's a lot of penises. Liquid drywall. You do the math.
Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Search The Charles Richardson Show.
All right. Welcome back to the show. Wasn't in stereo for a second. I didn't have my cans on right. Good to be back here. Hope everybody had a great hump day. Time to go ahead and get on over to the biggest part of the show, which is news. And as soon as my computer, there it is. That's what I'm talking about. And we're going to go right over to Alyssa. Full screen, Alyssa.
Two sisters put up for adoption at the end of World War II finally reunite after 75 years apart.
Wow.
Oh! It took 75 years, but two sisters who were placed up for adoption at the end of World War II were finally reunited. And we'll just call her Annie because I can't pronounce her last name. And
Annie.
Sheila Ann Fry, both in their late 70s, have Sheila's daughter-in-law and Annie's son to thank for the reunion. After they took it upon themselves, separated to track their long-lost relatives. Adopted in the UK as an infant in 1946, Sheila had no knowledge of who her birth parents were, but using a DNA product, they discovered she had a half-sister who lived in the Netherlands, born just a few months after her to the same father. Sheila's daughter-in-law, Karen, was messaged by Annie's son, Mark, and both sisters did a DNA test, which confirmed that they were related. After meeting for the first time last year, Sheila said, "It was like looking in the mirror and talking to myself. It was amazing. We have the same hobbies and the same medical complaints. It's very strange." She always knew she was adopted because her parents told her. "I was special because Mommy and Daddy picked me." They said her father was a Canadian soldier who fought against the Nazis in Europe and returned home after the war. The search for Sheila's birth father had remained unsuccessful for 8 years, leading the family to believe they'd hit a dead end. Meanwhile, in the Netherlands, Annie was also trying to uncover her family history. After finding out her stepfather was not her biological father, Annie only discovered the truth after overhearing a conversation between relatives and searching through family documents. Annie's biological father was a Canadian soldier who had fought in World War II and participated in the liberation of the Netherlands from Nazi occupation. Annie's 50-year-old son, Mark, made a breakthrough when a joke between cousins led to him ordering a DNA test. When the email arrived announcing a DNA match, Mark was astonished to discover that his mother had a half-sister. After verifying the DNA connection by testing both sisters, Mark finally told his mother he had found her a sister and arranged a video call in May 2022. They had an amazing conversation, said Mark. They look the same. They have the same hobbies. It was amazing. The face-to-face meeting took place in the Netherlands a couple months later. "We both love to crochet and we both knit and do crafts," said Sheila, who joked, adding, "I must say Annie is a lot better than me." Annie agrees that the meeting was very special. "We immediately connected, and although the language was a problem, it felt very natural to see and talk to my sister after all these years. It can be difficult to keep in touch as we are not very good with computers and phones. My English is not good enough, but I am trying to learn. I wish she lived closer."
Very nice.
Yeah.
You know, like that, you get relatives to reunited, and it feels so good. Yes, it does. Follow us on Facebook and YouTube. The Facebook page, you can search. Actually, both of them, you can search The Charles Richardson Show, and go ahead and like us and share us on Facebook. And our YouTube channel, also the same thing, The Charles Richardson Show. Go ahead and subscribe and enjoy us on there and share us on there. We look forward to all the new potential listeners that would love to go ahead and hear this rhetoric every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that when we are on. And don't forget, Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern, it is the Touchdown Crew on Let's Talk Sports Network. You can go ahead and find them on YouTube as well. Their main stream is on YouTube. Let's Talk Sports. Every Sunday, 11 a.m., the Touchdown Crew, me, Vic, and Mike all go down the line with everything that's happened in the world of football. Until then, that is all she wrote here. I'm going to go ahead and was not prepared as much as I should be. Here we go. Song being played. I'm heading out. Guys, enjoy your hump day. We'll see you Friday at 8 p.m. right here on the Charles Richardson radio program. Take care. Have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Too high.